doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L podcast.
What's going on with you?
Just chilling, man. I'm doing good, man. Where you from, bro?
I'm from 7 Mile, West Side, Evergreen, and Chester.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I've been hearing about you, bro. I've been paying attention to the Detroit music scene, and I know right now is the hardest time for artists to branch out.
Yeah,
there's a lot of competition.
For sure.
Saturation's crazy. What are you doing to kind of separate yourself, bro?
I'm focusing on me. I ain't really paying attention to what nobody else got going on, staying in my lane, and just working for real, just working, just trying to work, keep putting myself out there, get myself in these clubs and these DJ ears. Just keep working for real, though.
If anything goes wrong with your phone, and I mean anything, whether it cracks, breaks, or you need something replaced, go to iFix Detroit. They are a phone repair store. They also offer prepaid services. Not only do they offer repairs, but they are a fully equipped electronics store. They offer prepaid plans, and they are a bill payment center. You can get to iFix Detroit Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're located at 16401 East Warren Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. iFix Detroit for all your phone repair services and more. Did you ever come to a moment where you did realize that like paying attention to everybody else does no good?
Yeah, because when you pay attention, I feel like me personally, when I be listening to songs and shit, I don't try to listen to people's songs too much because I feel like I hear too much of the same shit, and then I get to trying to, like, I ain't gonna say copy, but kind of copy it. Like, it's like if you feed yourself to it, like how I'm trying to say it. If
get
you
influenced by it, right?
Yeah, you get influenced by it. Like, if you feed yourself too much of the same information, you're going to try to go off of that information. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
How I'm trying to word it?
No, you're saying the right thing.
I'm saying the right thing, but it's another way I'm trying to word it. Like, if you, like, who you are, who you hang around type. Like, if you pay attention to too much shit at the same time, you're gonna follow that lead. I don't want to follow nobody else's lead. I'm going to do my own shit. Yeah.
So basically, when I've been paying attention to Detroit music lately, I have been noticing that there's a lot of repetitiveness and a lot of kind of same styles going around, and I'm very confused by it for sure, because I really don't understand what anybody gets out of mimicking somebody else's style or being too heavily influenced by somebody's style when they're already successful. Like, any artist that already established a style is successful at that and is known for that. So why are other people copying that style or taking bites from that style? You're not going to become successful doing that. And if you go to the rotation of a lot of music around here, you're hearing a lot of the same exact sounds from people who've already succeeded. So it's kind of like a craziness factor.
No, yeah, for sure. It's really them trying to stay relevant. They see the next nigga popping and they want to ride his wave. Like, they want to jump on his bandwagon so they can keep their name just relevant for real. That's what I feel like.
That's actually a good ass point. It's kind of like an easy way to stay relevant.
Easy ass way to stay relevant.
Can you bring that mic a little closer to you? You can just drag it. Sure. And then talk about yourself a little bit, man. Talk about growing up in Detroit and how that influenced your music.
Shit, growing up in Detroit, that shit was rough as hell. I ain't gonna say rough as hell. I had a normal ass childhood. I was just bad as hell for real. But shit, I think what influenced me to rap, like, I grew up off like Blade Icewood and shit like that, G Unit, like shit like that. So when I was younger, I just used to watch them. Like, damn, this shit look fun as hell. Like, crowd reaction, all that fan type shit. That shit just looked fun as hell, for real. So when I was growing up, shit, it really got something to do with school too, for real. Cause like, I ain't wanna. When I was younger, like, I don't know why. Early on, I was like, I don't want to finish school. Like, I ain't gonna say I ain't want to finish school, but I don't see myself going to school for 12 grades, to go back for another 4 years to 8 years, to go work for the rest of my life. I want to be my own boss, you feel me, do my own shit. So music was always a motherfucking goal for me, my passion for real. So I just said, fuck all that shit and just chase my music for real.
Yeah, bro, that idea of like working for somebody else, like on a time constraint, like you have to come in at 7, you leave at 5. I never understood that.
Never understood that shit is slave. Like, that's slave work.
Yeah, I always say, like, if I do have another life, because some people believe you live twice or 3 times, I want to skip school somehow, because I feel like that's like a prison in itself, bro.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I seen that early on, like, hell no, I don't want to do this shit that long.
Yeah, you can even see it like teachers' eyes. They're miserable and shit.
Yeah, they don't even make no, like, you feel me? Teachers make, what, $60,000 a year? Some
Probably.
shit like that? Less than that? Hell no. Fuck no. Hell no. I'm trying to be millionaire. You feel me? I got dreams and shit. I ain't trying to do that.
Yeah, man. What was your first moment that you got into a studio, and what gravitated you toward the studio?
All right, so when I was like 12, and I was recording myself for real. My first time in a real studio, I was like 14, and shit, my mans used to rap. He used to be sweet as hell. He brought me to the studio. Shit, I heard him. I just went back in that bitch and just tried to damn near mimic him for real. He motivated me to do the shit. You feel me? For real. And then shit, I just kept going after that. But I was ass as hell. I used to suck.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is in the beginning usually. Yeah.
Man, yeah, I used to be weak as hell. Like,
did you go to an established studio eventually, like something people know about to this day?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'd have been a hell of a Rock With Me Hard. I fuck with hell of a hard as hell. I'd have been an A&B studio.
No.
Collective. I've been a couple studios for sure.
Yeah. No, those are all prominent studios, man. What was the first moment that you realized now in the beginning you're whack or whatever you want to say you are? Like you sucked in the beginning, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What was the moment you realized, like, okay, I got this, and people were kind of responding to it?
All right, so I always had like a little name for real. So even when I was ass, people used to try to tell me like, you feel me, you got it. But shit, like 2019, 20-ish, everybody, like, I used to have people in my ear every day like, bro, why is you not doing music? Like, you sweet as hell. Like, up until like shit, this shit just started shaking for me like last year for real. Like, I got fans running up to me, taking pictures with me every day. People out of town mentioning my name. The people that don't even know they know me, like, just crazy shit like that. So shit, I say like 2 years ago, I just picked it up like, shit, let me do this shit. Everybody telling me to do this shit.
Yeah, that's you got to get some type of response to really start pushing forward.
That response that response mean everything for real.
But there's still some people that confuse me, or like the people who get like zero engagement and like nobody's showing up to your shows and like nobody's supporting anything you're doing, but you just keep making music, you keep shooting videos, you keep staying in the scene as much as you want. I think those are like passion projects. But I also think some people are a little bit delusional. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're getting like 0 likes and getting 0 comments and you're sharing on platforms and nobody's commenting, you know, usually, like, even if you're doing all right, you'll get a bunch of negative comments at the very least. If you're not even getting the negative comments, you got a little bit of a problem here. I
mean, I ain't gonna say that because I mean, if you got it, you got it. But if you ass and just doing this shit, then you just need to stop. But I feel like if you got it and you got a passion for it, regardless of how quick they click on or how long that shit gonna take for you to do it, just keep doing it. It's gonna eventually come. Like I said, I've been rapping for almost 10 years now. I'm just not starting to get a little traction. Like, so.
No, that's motivational,
yeah,
right?
For sure. So, like, yeah, it's some motivational shit. Like, you gotta push yourself. Like, you gotta put in the hard work, the dedication, regardless of how many people fucking with you and how many people not fucking with you. You gotta just keep going and stop. That's when you don't pay attention to that type of shit. You just focus on what the fuck you want to do.
Well, did you find a moment where you realized, like, okay, what's not working is not working, let me switch it? Or did it just become a skill that you acquired and just the idea, like, you know, understanding the music a little bit more? Ain't shit never not worked for me for real. I just kept doing what I was doing, just doing me for real, just doing what I like to hear. Like, I know what I like to listen to, and I know what my peoples around me like to listen to. And then I listen to a lot of influential people, so I kind of mimic off them a little bit, like take they lead on how I watch how they carry themselves, and I see their mistakes, and I see, you feel me, what worked for who. So I kind of made my own little recipe with it and just kept going with it for real. Yeah, man. Talk a little bit about, you know, getting into your first break moment, where your first song that you feel like everybody really started reciprocating. I know a couple years ago you dropped Birds of a Feather.
Yeah. All right, so the first song people started like fucking with was called Aftermath, but my most streamed song, that bitch called Last Laugh. My peoples had died, like one of my close homies had died and shit. And I was trying to make a song like contributed to him type shit, but it was about him, but it wasn't But I don't know what the fuck made that bitch pop. That bitch just popped. Like, that bitch did like 100,000 in like 2-3 weeks. I was, what the fuck? Like, that shit was crazy. I was like, what the fuck? That shit blew me.
Yeah. It is interesting when you get into a studio and you just record and record and record and you don't know which one's going to be a hit, right?
No, for sure. But the whole time, I record myself. I record myself. I got my own studio set up. I do my own shit. I'm more comfortable by myself doing my own shit. I record myself, engineer my shit, do all that shit.
How'd you learn how to do all that?
When I was going to the studio back in like 2017, 2016, his name SB, Stephen B. He was a big engineer and a rapper for real, but I used to just shadow over his shoulder every time he doing our songs. Every time I'm at a session, I'm just shadowing over his shit, seeing what he doing, asking him questions like, how the fuck you do this? How you do that? And I just picked up on it, just started doing that shit.
Do you still record with engineers, or do you just completely? It's all on you now.
I do both, but all my songs that's out right now, for real, I did all that. But
so every single song that you've recorded, that was like every single song that was successful. I'm sorry, like at your stature of success, was recorded by you.
Yep.
It was never recorded by somebody else.
Yep.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So that's just the formula. Then,
Yeah,
right?
hell
Like,
yeah.
Stay away from like anybody else touching your material.
Yeah, because you were getting like, when you starting off with this shit, you were getting you would go pay somebody for some shit, studio, and they not really in tune with your shit how you want to be in tune. Like, they sitting there on their phone, they not really paying attention. They just doing whatever the fuck they want with your shit. So I know how I want my shit to sound. So I'd rather do it myself, you feel me, until I come past a motherfucking engineer that really want to lock in with me, you feel me, and do how I want it to sound, or really gonna sit there and practice and make that motherfucker sound pitch perfect, clear, how I want it.
Yeah. I'm wondering how like easy that is to find somebody that's in tune like that, or willing to invest the time in really figuring out the sound. Like, are producers like still in that bag, like to want to find an artist and want to like invest in them like that?
I feel like nowadays more people gonna go towards who got the attention already. Like, if you starting off the ground, that's gonna be hard as hell for you, unless you really know somebody that already in that field that want to, you feel me, lock in, and y'all feel like y'all can come up with a plan that's gonna make sense together. But other than that, I feel like if you ain't got no name, or you feel me, you ain't got no money for them, or whatever the fuck the case may be, you ain't really gonna find nobody that's gonna be in your corner like that for real. Ain't a lot of genuine shit out here like that for real. Like, that shit real rare.
Very, very rare, right? You have to like have come up with that person from like zero ground basically.
For sure. Yeah.
And believe, because I do know a lot of people that like did start from the ground zero together, and like they never went anywhere just because they were both ass. But at the same time, it's like I do know some people who were okay, like an engineer that made okay beats, and then he would go after the big dogs and he succeeded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard, man. I think it's hard for producers to decide if they want to invest or if they want to just jump on the bandwagon.
No, for sure. Like, I got an engineer. I mean, I got a producer. His name 3 Ken. Like, he don't charge me for beats. Like, we just, like, now that I'm starting to get my little traction, like, I give him 25% of any song that I do, because I get paid real heavy off my music. So I give him 25% of my music. I mean, yeah, off my royalties, just because in the beginning you ain't charged me shit. Like, you ain't owe me that. Like, you feel me? Like, I knew him since we were little, but you feel me? He ain't had to do that. Like,
No, 25% is legendary.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything you make off is dope.
Yeah.
What's been some of the most important parts to you so far of what you've been doing in your music career?
What you mean by the most important?
Like the thing that kind of stands out overall from everything you've accomplished so far. Is there a moment that kind of stands out that you still look at today and just go like, damn, like I can't believe I was able to accomplish that?
Shit, I got 4.3 million streams. I never thought I'd see no shit like that ever, and that shit came quick as hell. Like, and I'm not even that consistent like I should be. So that was off me, like, just dropping 2 mixtapes. That shit came so quick. Like, one tape did 1 million streams.
Wow.
That shit took like 6 months, and then I dropped another tape a couple months later. That motherfucker did 3 million in 6 months, 6 to 8 months.
Wow. And so from the point where you said you weren't really doing much with your music until now, you said it's about a 10-year span?
For sure.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
So in 10 years, you got 4 million, but there's a lot of people who can't even get that after 20
I ain't
years.
even gonna say 10 years. I'm gonna say 2 years I got 4 million, because I've been taking it serious for 2 years. Like, I started putting my music on Apple Music in 2018, and that shit only had like 70,000 streams before I started taking it serious.
Damn. So you had something.
Yeah,
sure.
I had something like I said, I always had a little name for real. Like people always kind of knew who I was, but I was always playing with it.
Yeah. You shoot with you consistently shoot with the one director. I noticed that.
Only Freddie. Yeah, Freddie. I'm branching off right now, but that's still my guy. He a good, hardworking. That's my guy. Like we got good chemistry together. Like when people see me, they see him. They see him. They see me. Like damn, you shoot 4-3 JB videos. Like,
yeah. It's good to lock in with somebody.
No, yeah, for sure. I don't like looking like nobody else shit. Like I like what I like. Like I like my shit top tier, exactly how I want it. I don't want to go shooting no nigga that's gonna half-ass my shit. Like me and Freddie got like a perfect ass chemistry. Like I knew him since a kid or some shit. Like
yeah, it's legendary, man. With what you're doing right now, are you looking to kind of branch out from the Detroit scene a little bit more, or do you want to hone in Detroit until you really stamp your name in here?
I want to branch off for real, but I had bumped into Boosie. I bumped into Boosie at the studio with Helluva when he came here like in the summer last year, and I was talking to him and shit. He like, you feel me? I love your shit. Like your shit hard as hell. He like, but you gotta lock your city first. Like you gotta get your city on lock first before you go try to branch off other places. You feel me? So I want to lock my city first. Like that's the goal right now. That's the mission. Lock
I believe that. I believe that if you're making noise in your city, then keep building until you really, really get it going. You really, really stamp your name in it.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're not making any noise in your city and you've been trying to try a different market.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, for sure.
But you're obviously making noise.
No, yeah. But yeah, you could definitely go try elsewhere. Cause just cause these motherfuckers don't like it don't mean the other motherfuckers don't like it. It's 52 states?
Yeah. Something like that.
Some
right?
shit like that. How many states is? I told you I ain't finished school.
Is it 50 states? How many states is there in America?
51, 52?
50, I believe.
It's 50 states?
It's 50? I think it's like
I thought
52.
it was 51.
I'm about to Google it.
Hold on, we gotta Google how many states there are real quick, because I thought it was 51. 50?
I thought it was like 52.
I thought it was
Puerto Rico
51.
might be 51 soon, though.
But
Puerto Rico
nah.
might be a state now?
Might be coming here.
But no, yeah, though. So it's 50 other states. That 49 other states. Shit, you gonna get liked somewhere.
Yeah, facts.
So.
Facts. I was just telling people that on social media the other day. I was like, if you're not making it in Detroit, but you know you got something, just try a different market out, man.
No,
You never
yeah.
know. Cali might like you. If you New York or something else might like you.
But I feel like if you got something, somebody gonna like you.
Around
regardless.
here, right?
Yeah, around here. Like you gonna know if you got it. Like
Yeah.
somehow, some way, you gonna know.
Because you got to think about it. A lot of major bands, rappers, artists that are very, very different come to perform here in Michigan.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot, they get booked out. Like,
Yeah.
they can fill up an arena.
Hell yeah.
And they sound nothing like Detroit.
Nothing like
so
Detroit.
there are people here in Detroit and in Michigan that
That can
listen
take
to
their
different
time.
stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, that kind of proves that you could have a different style and find a niche somewhere here in Detroit.
Hell yeah. You ain't gotta be no rapper, no gangster rapper. You ain't gotta talk about no money. You can go make some love songs all day. The females gonna love you.
Yeah. Like a Rod Wave, man.
Yeah, like any
Killing
man. What? Yeah.
Rod Wave's killing
Just
it.
I think you just gotta do you.
Yeah. You do Twitch streaming?
I do, but I stopped for a minute. I was in Grizzly World, T Grizzly little game and server GTA and shit. I had stopped for a minute though, but I'm about to get back on that bitch.
Talk about that, man. How did you get into that system?
How did I get on there? I ain't gonna lie, my nigga JV, he a rapper. He my homeboy. We got a man's named Wody that's cool with Young and Ace. Ace play it all day, so Wody done got on there. JV seen Wody get on there, so he hurried up and went and bought a PC and all that shit. So the same day he went and bought a PC, I went and bought a PC. Shit, we just got on that bitch. And then I got a couple other niggas that be on that bitch. Like I got a couple people that be on there, so and I fuck with GTA. Like who don't fuck with GTA?
It's legendary.
So yeah, that shit, I just got on that bitch. That shit easy though. You gotta pay. That shit expensive.
How much is it?
That shit, $100. You gotta pay $100 application fee. You gotta pay $100 application fee. You gotta fill out an application as if you doing role playing for real. Like you gotta answer role playing questions and shit. Then you gotta wait to get approved. Once you get approved, you gotta pay for some shit called prio, which is basically short for priority. it's two prios. It's priority 1, it's priority 2. Priority 2 gets you right in the server in seconds. Priority 1, you will skip the line. You got to wait a couple minutes. And then if you don't got that shit, you probably never get in that bitch.
Oh, my God.
Then you get in that bitch broke as hell. So they got this shit called black diamonds on there. You can go buy some black diamonds and convert that to money. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I was in like 3,000 the first day, like just trying to get right on that bitch. I got robbed on that bitch for all that shit the first day.
So you spent $3,000 real dollars?
What? I spent more than 3,000 on that bitch. That was first day.
Damn.
Yeah.
So this is the T Grizzly server.
Hell yeah, that shit fun as hell though.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
That shit funny as
Did you
hell.
get to run into T?
Yeah, I ran into him. He banned me on that bitch. I had no, cause look, you supposed to role play on there and shit. So he pulled up. He be having like different. It's called different souls when you got a different character and shit. Like if you got multiple characters, it's called a different soul. He pulled up as a kid soul. He pulled up at our gas station and shit. We was selling crack and shit. He pull up. He like, yeah, what's going on with y'all? I'm like, what up? Them niggas done up stick, got to shooting at everybody. I ain't have my gun though, cause I just had lost my gun to the police. So a nigga tried to rob me. He ran in the gas station, tried to rob me, and I swung on him. Like I'm like shit, role playing. This me in real life. I swing on a nigga. He try to rob me. I don't give a fuck how many guns you got in my face. So he kicked me out that bitch for that shit for like 2-3 days. But yeah, I ran into him.
So they shot you guys up and you fought back and they banned you?
Hell yeah.
What the hell kind of shit is that,
Yeah.
man?
You got to role play. It's like if you got 1 or 2 guns to your face and you ain't got no gun out, you got to put your hands up and get robbed. If you don't, you got to go. You got to get kicked. You got to get banned for a couple days, or they send you to this shit called RP school. For real. It's called Bora for real. They say they like, yeah, I'm gonna send your ass to Bora, but it's RP school.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they made a whole world in
Man,
there.
hell yeah, that shit fun as hell too. I ain't gonna lie, that shit fun as fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck. That's good advertising.
Nah, hell yeah.
Can you bring that mic a little closer?
Nah, for sure.
Yeah. So twitching and all that stuff, that was kind of like, okay, you just did that for fun.
Let me just try some shit real quick.
That's a lot of $3,000, a lot of money.
Hell yeah.
So what's been the newer projects and everything you've been kind of focusing on right now?
I'm about to drop an EP next month just to put out, you feel me, some of my unreleased songs that I ain't been dropping. But I got a bigger project coming up called Sorry for the Wait. That's coming out sometime in August, September timing. But yeah, just them two for real. I'm gonna probably put like 6-7 songs on the EP, and then I don't know how many songs I'm gonna do on the tape for real. I'm about to get started on the tape right now for real.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't been working on it. I really ain't even been working for like the last month. I had overdosed and shit like a month ago.
Really?
Hell yeah, overdosed like a month ago. So I ain't even been in my right mind for real yet.
What kind of drug did?
Percocet, fake Percocet.
Fake Percocet?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it was like fentanyl in that
Yeah,
shit?
hell yeah.
Damn,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
So you got lucky as fuck to get
Hell
through
yeah,
that.
because my manager had died. He died off of it. My nigga T Money, he died off of it. But shit, they brought me back to life and shit. Yeah, I'm lucky as hell though.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh yeah,
That's tragic.
appreciate it. Yeah.
So you guys took the same.
Yeah,
bag?
he gave it to me. Yeah, we was he was introducing me to his girl, which is my manager now. He was introducing me to her and shit. We was in the bar kicking it, talking and shit. He like, you feel me? You want a perk? I'm like, hell yeah, why not? Feel me? Took that bitch when I got home. Shit, woke up in the hospital.
And then they had to unfortunately give you the news that.
All right, so as soon as I woke up, like the first thing I did was grab my phone and text T, like, you feel me? That perk you gave me, I overdosed off that bitch. His daughter texted me back like, my dad passed away. What the fuck?
Yeah, I had last year, I remember I lost 2 friends to that, like in the same week. And then I remember a week later, the news literally talking about how they're
So many fake perks out here.
I was
Man,
like,
that
and I
shit
could
is
not
crazy.
believe it. I was like, wow, like, so you're telling me 2 of my friends, like, had gotten this? Like, that's how
Yeah.
infiltrated
That's
it got?
how, yeah, that shit is sickening how much that shit out here, like, that shit is out here, like,
Yeah, bro.
bad. Like, it's out here so bad that the fiends want it.
Word.
Fiends want that shit. They don't even want the real shit no more. They want fake shit.
That's insane.
Yeah, that shit crazy, hell.
Yeah, that's the toughest thing, man.
No, yeah, for sure.
Like, with weed, at least with, like, weed, that shit can't happen, right? Like
That can't happen, but you can get laced
yeah, you could get fucked up
for sure. I know a couple niggas that ain't right off some weed.
forever type
Man,
shit.
forever.
Yeah, I remember when I watched when you first watch Friday and you're like wondering what the fuck they're talking about, what the angel does.
Yeah.
And then after a while you start understanding.
Yeah,
like,
you start understanding like, oh, this nigga was talking about some bullshit. These niggas was on some bullshit on this bitch. As a young nigga, you don't believe, you ain't even paying attention to that shit. As you watch that shit when you get older, you like, these niggas crazy.
The thing is crazy about that scene is that the Mexicans were still smoking it.
They was still smoking that shit because they want that. They like that shit.
Yeah, they knew how to like maybe handle it or something.
Yeah, they had a strong tolerance for the shit.
Yeah, Chappelle too in the Chappelle show, and I forgot who gave him the lace joint. It's the same thing. Like you start flipping out. I think one time this girl dosed me with with Molly. I'm pretty sure.
What?
Because I remember like when I had left her, I was like, bro, I don't feel any type of normal right now. And she had given me water, and the cap was open and shit. I'm like, I don't feel any types of normal right now. I feel completely fucking
Did
crazy.
it taste different?
No, the water tasted straight.
Nah, you would have knew if you was drinking Molly. You would have
for
knew
real?
that shit, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, I was gone. Did anybody ever fucking everybody? Did you ever take a drug that's like crazier than fucking like Molly or like anything like that or anything like fucking
Nah, hell no.
spiritual,
Fuck no.
experiential?
Hell no.
Yeah, stay away from that shit.
Nah, hell
Shit
no.
ain't
I'm
worth it.
straight.
Fuck the mushrooms. Fuck all that shit, man.
Nah, yeah, I'm straight. I stick to weed. I damn near don't even smoke no more right now. Like I'm straight on all that shit right now. I'm trying to get my head back right.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. When you go into the studio, what's kind of like your spiritual, like what's kind of your routine? How do you get into it?
That's why I used to take perks. Like perks make you talk for some reason. Like you be talkative as fuck. Like you be telling like your feelings or like you just how you feeling. Like you be saying some real nigga shit on that. You feel me? You just be talking like talkative. So I usually pop perk to get in that bitch and wait till that bitch kick in and just shit whatever. Just go with my flow. For real. I punch in. I do punch in. Like I don't write at all. I go punch in. Like the most I do is start a song off writing. Like probably 4 bars or some shit like that. Then I just say that shit. Then whatever get the sound right in my head, I just punch in, stop. Bam, this sound straight as hell. Punch in again. No, I don't like that shit. Let me delete this shit real quick. Let me retry it. All right, bet this sound good right here. Shit like that.
Do you ever catch yourself saying something on a track and like, all right, we can't say that?
No, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I be stopping myself all the time. Like, no, I ain't about to say this shit. I'm hot as hell on this bitch. Hell yeah. Definitely got to filter your mouth on that motherfucker. Yeah. See, the police ain't playing with people out here.
No, that's the stupidest part, right? There's like, you have to actually watch out for the law now when you make a song.
Even though it's freedom of speech, but it's entertainment. You could be sitting here making up a no fake ass fantasy life. If they want to tie some shit together, they feel like you a problem out here or anything like that, they gonna come get you just off your words.
Yeah, man. I forget what documentary I was watching, but like they literally like prosecutors do like the craziest shit to get a conviction. Like,
man, hell yeah.
They had like I forgot what person. Oh, White Boy Rick.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had like a bunch of like gangsters come to the court the day he was getting like sentence or some shit, and that like changed the whole outcome of the sentencing for some fucking reason because they made it feel more like he was really a gangster and he was really tight in it.
Yeah.
Like White Boy Rick's story is crazy. Apparently, like it was all corroborated to make him seem like he was the head of some organization when really he wasn't doing as like 1% of what they were talking about.
The whole time, them niggas had him doing that shit.
Yeah,
they had him doing that shit.
Like the Curry brothers made it look like he was like the front of it.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, he got fucked over. There's a lot of niggas got fucked over though.
It's not. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at the fact that like everybody watched, like everybody who was involved in that didn't see like this dude could not have been responsible.
Yeah,
for
like
that.
You talk about this little white ass boy controlling all this drug organization that's going on in motherfucking Detroit and all over wherever the fuck else. You think he just did that by himself?
If I shaved my head bald right now and like started telling people that shit, like I'm the head of organizations,
they gonna look into your ass. They gonna look into your ass. They ain't playing with people out here.
I feel bad for him when I watch that shit. Talk about some of your influences, bro. Like who are the people that you kind of took something, not even just from music, but in life overall?
Like I said, Blade Icewood, that was a big influence on me. Like growing up listening to Blade, I'm from 7 Mile. That nigga from 7 Mile, I'm like, yeah, this nigga the truth. That niggas like Gucci, Jeezy. I don't fuck with Jeezy like that no more though. I ain't gonna lie, Gucci done hold that nigga on stage. I don't respect him after that.
What?
The Pookie Loke shit, you don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
What? At the Versus?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Oh man.
What was it, like the battle thing?
It was the battle shit.
Okay.
Gucci supposedly killed Jeezy mans that he sent to kill. Jeezy sent some niggas to kill. Supposedly sent some niggas to kill Gucci. Gucci ended up killing one of them, and that was years back. When that was when the shit was fresh. At the verses, he came in, you feel me, like, I'm smoking on Pookie Loke tonight. Like, what?
Man.
Yeah, I don't respect that nigga after that shit like that, for real. Like, he cool, like, he's still OG. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't respect it, but, like, I wouldn't have let that slide. But I get it. He did it for the money, so I ain't, But niggas like Jeezy, Gucci.
I feel like some artists just do shit and then, like, I don't give a fuck because I'm making money.
Yeah, for sure. Like, a lot of people think like that. You gotta think like this, especially, like, I ain't gonna, like, in Detroit, you got to think like that. Like, it's a lot of beef. You got to think about that period, but there's a lot of beef that goes on behind the scenes, and some of it don't even be serious. Like, a nigga might be beefing with me that ain't never seen me in their life. We ain't never did nothing to each other. My peoples probably did something to his peoples probably did something to some niggas I know, some shit like that. So it's automatically some type of tension, and people will let that type of shit get in the way of making some money.
Yeah.
You can't do that type of shit. You got to make your money.
Yeah, man. Yeah. There's too many blockades that don't need to be there. Too many
Yeah,
barriers that don't need to be there.
No,
but it's
for
kind of
sure.
like opening up a little more.
Yeah, it's opening up
like,
for sure. It's niggas behind the scenes that's really orchestrating shit that like letting them niggas know, like, no, this ain't that. Like, get this money real quick.
Not for real, because I got some phone calls. I remember there was a few instances I was going through, and like I got calls from like pretty higher uppers, and they're like, yo, I'm going to talk to him. We're going to talk to you, and none of this shit's going to transpire because you guys are too important. And I'm like, God damn, like, motherfuckers are really
that's how that shit goes.
OGs in this bitch.
For sure. Like, when that paper involved, when that money involved, it's a lot of shit that's going to get pulled. The string's going to get pulled. Like,
yeah, people don't believe that shit. There's somebody behind those curtains, son.
For sure.
Not that they change the way you do things, but that they change the way you respond to somebody. Like, okay, I got to see your side of it now because dog said, let's talk. So now let's talk. You know what I'm saying? One thing you brought up when you talked about that whole Versus situation, I watched Suge Knight on like an old ass interview, and he basically came on the Jimmy Kimmel show, and he like underhandedly saying that he actually did kill Eazy-E.
I seen that.
Did you see that shit?
I seen that shit.
You believe that shit?
I seen that shit for sure.
Do you believe that shit?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I believe that shit. Like, I believe a lot of conspiracy theories. I ain't gonna lie, I believe that shit. I know exactly what you're talking about. He said some shit like, they said something like, yeah, you know they got shit out here that you can just inject people with HIV. Now he like, yeah, the Eazy-E way, like some shit like that.
Some
I remember that
crazy
shit. Yeah, I remember that shit.
So I'm sitting there going like, damn. Like, Suge Knight was, and then you see a motherfucking video of him running people over in his car. So like, damn, this motherfucker.
No,
really
that nigga was ruthless. Like, that nigga was a different type of nigga. Like, niggas ain't play with Suge.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't play with Suge.
I still, man, I know his son's chilling like on the gram and stuff. I'm still careful what the fuck I say. He might,
I ain't gonna lie.
Suge somehow seems in this interview, be like, hey, man. They're in the cell watching my shit.
Niggas ain't play with Suge, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
Talk a little bit about, the only parts that you found difficult so far maneuvering through the Detroit scene and making music and trying to blow up as an artist.
Probably just staying consistent for real, and having the motivation to even keep getting up and doing this shit every day when, you feel me, when this shit ain't working sometimes. Like, some days you get up, you don't even want to do that shit. Like, on some real shit today, I didn't even feel like coming here. Swear to God. I swear to God. You feel me? It'd be shit that's going on outside of rap in real life that, you feel me, that make you want to not even want to do shit. That's how I was feeling today. But yeah, probably just staying consistent, you feel me, making yourself get up, like, shit, you got to do shit. What I'm trying to say, you got to treat something you hate like you love it. Like, if you don't like getting up in the morning, but you know you got to go get some money, you got to get your ass up, do it like you love it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
When you're in it, though, do you forget about all that?
Yeah, when you're doing it, you forget about that shit.
Yeah.
That shit don't even be mattering.
But get into it, right? Because you got real life situations going on.
No, yeah, for sure.
That's one that I always talk about that. And the entertainment industry is the only industry where like your real life is more there's more detriment and more controversy happening in your real life
way more
than in your business life, and those things all circulate together. Like, I'm pretty sure a damn lawyer doesn't have to deal with, like, his friends getting
dying, or you feel me, going to jail, doing all this, like, this crazy. Like, I ain't gonna, life be crazy, and it's so crazy. Like, people that's in it, that should become so numb. Like, I'm so numb to death and jail. I done lost so many niggas, and like, I'm so numb to that shit. But a regular civilian to look at me like, bro, you what? You been shot before? You got how many people that's dead? I ain't never lost a what? My baby mama ain't never lost no nigga. I mean, no family member. You know what I'm saying? Like, no deceased people ever. Like, I'm like 30 in.
Damn.
Like, that shit is numb. Like, you get numb to that shit, though.
Damn. Yeah, when you get involved in the music scene and you start seeing people pass away, like, on a relative basis, like, on a monthly basis, then it's like, what the hell's really, that's wild.
That's the real life shit. That's because this shit's starting to mix now.
When you said you got shot, was that, like, part of, you're just giving an example, or did you actually?
Nah, I really got shot.
Oh, you did actually?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. So, like, yeah, you've been like, damn. So you were like, you've been through a lot of fucking
No, yeah, for sure.
You've been through a lot of fucking shit, man.
Yeah, that's my motivation, though. That's part of my motivation.
Do you have, like, stress when you go out, or do you have, like, when you're, as an artist, when you're out in public or when you're moving, or do you feel like you're more calm these days, or feel like you have to look over your shoulder a lot?
I'm more calm nowadays, but at the same time, I'm always on my shit. Like, I don't know who friend or foe know right now. Like, I got a lot of fans. Then I got a lot of people that don't know me, that know who I am but don't know me. I go out, a motherfucker stare. I don't know if they, you feel me, I'm in tour with them. I'm in tour with they peoples, or they peoples in tour with me, or whatever the fuck the case might be. They might want to eat me, try to rob me from my chain. I don't know what the fuck be going on, you know what I'm saying? So I don't be noited, but I be on my shit. Like, I pay attention to everything moving.
Yeah. So you move, like, calmly, but you know you're watching at the same time.
Yeah, I'm watching everything. Like, nothing slipping past me. Like, I see everything.
Who's that one artist? I think Lil Durk that always has, like, a crazy ass face every time.
Yeah, Dirk, his eyes.
I think I'm like always thinking like, man, he probably just
He be watching everything.
Yeah,
you
he's
got
like,
to.
man, what's going on out here?
You
Like,
got to.
Yeah.
Dirk for sure though.
Yeah, those fucking photos are hilarious, man. They got Tupac Shakur right up there, man.
Nah, yeah.
That was a dude.
That's one of my inspirations too.
For real.
Yeah, Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah, hell yeah. I was listening to I always listen to Tupac and Biggie, but when I listen to them, I do notice like I like storytelling more when it comes to Biggie, but I like when it comes to like kind of motivation and when it kind of comes to like
Real life shit.
Pac.
Pac.
But if you really pay attention, Tupac was saying so much shit at once, you can't catch everything. Biggie was like more elaborate with what he said and was slower paced.
Like you can look, Biggie was like a real, like what you said, like a storyteller. Pac was like he was saying just like everyday life shit. Like Biggie would tell you how he just sold crack, how he was broke. Brenda, man, that nigga tell you how the fuck he just went upstairs, took a shit, came back downstairs, made a motherfucking flip for 50,000. Like, you feel me? He'd make that shit sound like you can picture that shit. Pac, he just talking like real shit. Like,
yeah, he would. But Pac did kind of put like a little bit of a story together in some of his songs. Like sometimes here and there, little glimpses.
Yeah.
But it was more like bar for bar, like poetic shit or gangster shit. It was all just mixed together like perfectly.
That's exactly what it is. Pac was poetic.
Yeah. And then towards the later years, he got like way more gangster.
Yeah, way more. Once he started beefing with Big,
yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, tell everybody your newer projects everybody can look forward
to. Like I said, I got Sorry for the Wait coming up. That's August, September. Then I got a little short EP about to drop next month. I'm gonna surprise them next month. EP, I ain't gonna tell the name, but next month I got an EP dropping on May 7th. And shit, other than that, I might just be dropping videos consistently for real.
For sure, man. This was a fun ass talk, bro. This is very interesting. Tell everybody how they can find you on social media too.
I got 2 Instagrams, 43.jb, and then I got real 43jb. Twitter _43jb, my YouTube 43jb, everything 43jb.
43jb, my boy. Appreciate you being a part of this, man.
Appreciate you.
Legendary Talks. We're about to close out before this truck pulls up. We're at Parallel Sound Studio, High Level Visuals and Shootings Productions. We're out. Peace.